How will you ever have the time to sample every Dorito flavor in your lifetime? Fret no longer, beloved chip enthusiast, as we have compiled a list of everything you need to put the hip back in chip. Here's a list of every Doritos flavor ranked from worst to best.
So now what?
Gotta put the whole bag in.
Okay.
Yes.
In theory, Doritos Salsa Verde should work. It combines all the necessary components of the Salsa Verde experience: the tangy tomatillo, the slight kick of the pepper, the fresh essence of the cilantro, and the crunchy corn tortilla chip. The only thing missing is the actual texture of salsa, and perhaps that is where the problem lies. Because biting into a Salsa Verde Dorito is a confusing and disappointing experience. For a hot second, it seems like it might be Cool Ranch, but then the pepper and cilantro hit, and boom! You've got a mouthful of spicy dirt. If you're one of those people who craves heat, Doritos Flamin Hot Nacho chips may seem like a dream come true. Combining the classic taste of Nacho Cheese with the, flame of Flamin Hot Cheetos fame is sure to be killer, right? Unfortunately, this attempt to draw in spicy snack food lovers fails on several fronts. Despite the name, the chip is not that hot, let alone flamin'. It essentially tastes like the regular nacho cheese with a kick at the end. If something is going to market itself as flamin', then we expect to need at least a tissue to get through the bag. That said, be sure to bring a bunch of napkins to wipe down your mouth and fingers, which will be thoroughly stained by an aggressive dose of Red 40 food coloring. Another strike against the chip is that its attempts to set your mouth on fire succeed only in just scorching your taste buds without adding a flavor kick. If you're looking for a great hot chip, you can leave these on the shelf. If you're the kind of person who puts sriracha sauce on everything, then it's hard to say with absolute certainty that you won't like Doritos Screamin Sriracha chips. However, for casual sriracha users, the flavor of the snack is not the tasty treat you may have imagined it would be. Although sriracha is good and tortilla chips are good, the combination of these two flavors create a taste that's kinda strange. Tortilla chips suggest to your brain that you're going south of the border, while sriracha tells your brain you're in for Asian flavors, which is why, upon trying Screamin Sriracha chips, you'll find yourself with a mouthful of confusion. The main reason Doritos spicy nacho chips fall so low on our list is because of their false advertising. Not only do they lack the spiciness suggested by the name, but there is virtually no taste difference between these chips and the classic nacho cheese flavor. Seriously, if there is any variation among these two chips, it was hard for us to detect. It's almost as if Doritos made too many nacho cheese chips and figured they could sell more if they threw some into slightly different packaging. Don't get us wrong, these chips are good, but only because they taste pretty much exactly like the nacho cheese Doritos, and not at all because they are spicy. So as far as we can tell, the only reason to buy spicy nacho Doritos is because nacho cheese are sold out. While the goal of these chips seems to be to copy the popular hot wings and ranch dressing flavor combo, the outcome is less than encouraging. Though the jacked chips are not bad, they fail to meet the flavor expectations of their name. On the positive side, the tanginess of the buffalo sauce does come through, although somehow without any heat at all. Sadly, it's much harder to detect any real ranch flavor in these chips. Plus, while these chips aren't baked, they definitely have that flat, dry consistency often found in baked chips. And if that's not enough to get you to put these chips down, consider that they're also among the Doritos that will leave you with red fingers. We combined the spicy and non-spicy versions of this chip because, frankly, they seem to have the same impact on taste buds. Both flavors are a decent choice when looking for something a bit more intense than your typical Dorito, but neither can really hold its own against other intense Dorito flavors. Plus, the Simply Organic label is a bit deceiving because organic doesn't always mean healthier. All it means is that the ingredients used for these chips are certified organic by the USDA, and the qualifications for that aren't as strict as you might think. When it comes to sodium, fat, and calories, Doritos Simply Organic White Cheddar and Spicy White Cheddar are not much different than the rest of the lot. As the original flavored Dorito, taco-flavored chips get a little extra boost on the supermarket shelves thanks to some fun retro packaging. You generally find this snack in large bags because Doritos taco flavor are perfect for parties. Their strong corn flavor with just a dusting of taco seasoning make them a more interesting alternative to your standard tortilla chips for salsa, queso, or guacamole. The chips have a very slight spice that makes them easy to enjoy without overwhelming your taste buds.
That's really spicy.
Honestly, it is a bit of a wonder why Doritos taco-flavored chips haven't been more popular over the last 50 years. If you're a fan of cheese dip and corn chips, then Doritos Ultimate Cheddar Chips are the snack for you. Though they don't have the creamy texture of warm cheese sauce, these chips come pretty darn close to delivering the winning combo of sharp cheddar and hearty tortilla that we all love so much. Because of their closeness to the real deal, Doritos Ultimate Cheddar Chips pair nicely with a helping of chili or a jalapeno dipping sauce. Unlike some other cheddar-flavored snacks, their cheesiness is distinct, but not overpowering. They're also not drenched in orange cheese dust, so your mouth and fingers are safe from a mess. Their only downside is that, depending on where you live, they may be hard to find. As the name suggests, Doritos Poppin Jalapeno chips are modeled after the beloved jalapeno popper appetizer. While there's nothing quite like a warm plate of jalapeno poppers, Doritos Poppin Jalapeno chips might just be the next best thing. They definitely succeed in capturing the winning flavor combination of that delicious dish, and for at least half the price. So, if you find yourself hankering for a plate of poppers but can't find your way to the nearest tavern, Doritos Poppin Jalapeno chips are sure to suffice. All the hotness that was missing from the Flamin Hot Nacho Doritos can be found in Doritos Blaze. In fact, these chips should probably be sold with tissues to wipe your runny nose and a glass of milk to put the fire out between bites. Heat isn't the only area where Blaze outshines the Flamin' Hot Nacho Doritos. There's also a lot less red powder to contend with on these chips. All this aside, the Blaze Doritos are also just truly delicious. They offer a good ratio of corn to spice and are exactly what heat-seeking snack foodies are looking for. The Blazin Buffalo and Ranch chips are great, and they're well-suited to folks who love Cool Ranch Doritos but are looking for something with a little more kick. Despite the name listing Buffalo first, these chips seem to favor the ranch flavor over the buffalo. This may also be why the Blazin Buffalo and Ranch chips maintain a color closer to Cool Ranch with just a hint of pink, so they're light on the bright red dust. This low mess factor definitely wins them points as the preferred mainstay when hosting a chips and dips event. Flamas Doritos have a flavor that combines Doritos' traditional corn tortilla chips with the zest of red chili pepper and a twist of lime. The combination of zesty spice and tart citrus in this chip creates a balanced flavor that leaves you wanting more. While not as aggressive in their heat as the Blaze chips, the Flamas earn their name and are definitely not for the faint of heart. In fact, their flavor is so potent that it would be hard to eat more than a snack-sized bag without losing feeling in your mouth. These chips are like everything you wanted Tostitos' hint of lime to be, only much hotter. Even if you're not typically a fan of spicy chips, these are worth a try. Even though, like the Flamin' Hot Nacho Doritos, they will leave you stained and messy. Spicy sweet chili Doritos are a welcome diversion from the typical flavor profile the brand puts out, only slightly spicy with a hint of sweetness. These chips truly hold their own and don't need any kind of dip or salsa to enhance the eating experience. The only possible criticism of Doritos Spicy Sweet Chili might be that they really don't taste anything like bean chili, because it's not really what they were going for. But do we really care? It's kind of hard to justify arguing this point when the flavors in this chip work so well. Perhaps Doritos chose to use chili as an anchor because it easily supports the notions of both sweet and spicy? Whatever the reason, we forgive them. These Doritos seem less like actual Doritos and more like Frito-Lay's attempt to get in on Takis action. We'll allow it because the Dinamita chips are an excellent and tasty snack, trading in Doritos' typical triangle shape for something that more closely resembles a mini taquito.
They're the only vuvuzelas you can eat!
These rolled tortilla chips are crunchy as all get out. What makes them particularly Dinamita is the spicy chili limon powder they are doused in, which packs a real flavor punch. The heat of the chili is nicely balanced with the tartness of the lime, tangy to the point of almost being sour in a good way. If you're in a snack food slump and need something to catapult your taste buds into beast mode, then Doritos Dinamita Chili Limon is the chip for the job. Arriving on the scene in 1986, Cool Ranch Doritos seemed to be what really put flavored tortilla chips on the snack food map. It's no secret that stoners, gamers, and junk food enthusiasts alike agree that Doritos are the perfect chip. And even among almost all the other flavors, Cool Ranch reigns supreme.
Can't say I blame you.
One bite and it's immediately clear why these iconic chips are so beloved. Their subtle ranch flavor is well paired with the grainy corn of the chip. While less exciting and adventurous than some of the newer Doritos offerings to hit the shelves, when trying to choose a chip that the whole family will love, you really can't go wrong with Cool Ranch. If Cool Ranch Doritos are the king of the chip world, then Nacho Cheese are most certainly the queen. In fact, choosing how to rank these two equally classic and equally delicious Doritos flavors was a difficult task because they seem like equals. Even if it's only because of seniority over Cool Ranch, Nacho Cheese Doritos and their satisfying cheesiness come in at number 2. Although they are famous for giving you orange fingers, there seems to be a general consensus among snack food lovers that this minor inconvenience is more than worth it. Party hosts looking to win points for offering A-list finger foods will always have a winner when they serve this universally beloved chip. Cool Ranch and Nacho Cheese are iconic, but they can't quite top Tapatio Doritos. These chips are so delicious that we feel confident even non-hot sauce people will enjoy their flavor. Spicy but not too spicy, the Tapatio chip delivers a full-bodied taste with just the right amount of tang, corn, and salt. Tapatio is made using red peppers, and the low heat of this hot sauce might be what makes the chip work so well. Unless you're strictly looking for something bland, Tapatio Doritos should not be overlooked. Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more mashed videos about your favorite snacks are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.